this is Chantal from the Purring Cat Studio, and welcome back to my channel. Today, it's a quick creative short. I have two little projects I want to share with you. The first one is this, and of course you can put something to hang it with, or a rope, a ribbon, whatever it is. Put it in the journal so that it turns. There's all kinds of possibility with this little beauty. And homemade little bags to put all sorts of goodies. So if you want to see how I do it and maybe get inspired to do your own, or develop, starting with my idea, and develop and create your own things, because sometimes that's all we need. It's that little spark, and then it makes us create something else. So if you want to be inspired, and if you would like to see how I did these, join me after the intro. Okay, so for the first project, you do need some of the elements that I have. Meaning, I have this beautiful tiny little pad. I know it's small, it's very, very small, and all my projects are pretty big. I just could not resist, so I got it. Although, in the past, I have printed images on vellum paper. So I'll print a whole page of all kinds of little images, and it's the same thing as buying these that are already pre-made. So there's always a way around it. And these are just so cute, but then I realized how small they were and I wasn't sure what to do with them, which is why I came up with these little gorgeousness. So also, before I keep going with my idea, I do have a frame punch. I'm not going to lie, this is a thing of beauty. You know me and my frames. I have made a few projects where I do frames of all kinds. I will show you. I'm sorry, I'm far from the camera. But there's this Christmas thing that I've made, which has a window. And I've also created, sorry for the noise, this beauty. And so I love windows. There's something about me and windows. It's almost becoming one of my signatures, if I may say. That and putting black thread on my creations. That being said, this extremely useful. If you don't have that, and you have another sort of punch, let's say, well, why not something like that? But then your image would have to be big enough to cover the surface. So if you have maybe, I don't know, I have these square punches. Maybe you have a tag punch. As long as your image will cover the inside of the frame, then you're good. You can really do it the size you want. But because I had these small images, I decided to make these small little things. So also, if you don't have this, there's always a way. You can certainly take the piece of paper and fold it in half, and with a ruler and a pencil, trace the square, and with an X-Acto knife, I think you call them, like such, and a cutting board, very carefully, just cut your frame out. There is always a way. It just might take you a little longer, obviously, but you don't have to have what I have. Plus, it doesn't mean you're going to want to make 20 like I'm preparing myself to make. So, with that being said, how about I show you real quick? It's easy peasy. So, I measured what I thought would look perfect with this size image. And for me, this is it. It's the perfect thickness. I think it's cute, and there's enough space for my image to sit within the frame. I had another one cut out, unfortunately, and I'll show you real quick. It was too big and the image was kind of floating. There was nowhere to glue it, so that was not good. I could have, I'm just thinking as I'm speaking, let's say this is a piece of paper, cardboard, whatever it is. I could have done this, but then it wouldn't be translucent. But again, it's just an idea, right? It's still fun. So let me just put this back. Okay. So I have the frame punch board, so obviously it's very easy. I'm going to punch the holes, so it might be noisy. It also takes me a little bit of strength because it's cardstock from Tim Holtz, very, very thick, and it's double, so good luck to me. It's very noisy, I apologize. The table's shaking. Oh my goodness. Okay. Usually I would also have to put the frame in here and cut whatever is left, but because this frame is so small, it's already done for me. I will just do this, however, because I don't like that there's a little... There you go. Okay. Then, easy peasy, you can put a tiny bit of glue all around the frame and put your picture in it. Let me see. I want to see if that's the picture I want first. Oh, they're all beautiful. Seriously, though. Let me see. Just for fun. I like the black and white as well. I love them all. They're so magnificent. Oh my goodness, so much beauty. Oh, I love that. The only problem is we're not going to see this. It's going to end up in the frame. So I'm going to keep that for when I glue it somewhere. Like, I don't know if you can see that. See? I glued one on here, making ephemera for my next journals. So let's find something that won't be hidden or totally hidden once I put the frame around it. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. I'm taking way too much time choosing. I know. Oh, this is cute. And the flower is pretty much in the middle. Yes, 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 yes. Oh. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Perfect. So for me, because I do have it and I really find it very useful, especially with vellum, I am going to use the double-sided tape. I'm only going to put it... Oh, wait now. I want this to be the top. So, okay. I'm only going to put it really close to the frame. That's just to sit the picture in. Okay, and you'll see what I mean. There you go. And it doesn't take too much, which is good. Like if it's a big surface, I do use glue. I try not to use the double-sided tape too often. There we go. Oopsie. Okay. Okay. Where is my image? Right here. So this is like so. So this has to be right there. So then, oh, I'm sorry. I should zoom in, shouldn't I? I apologize for that. Okay. Let me see. So, of course, it won't forgive if you make a mistake. So because there's a lot of white space, I'm going to put it lower. And I think I'm going to try and put the top part first, like so. So I don't lose too much of the image in the tiny little square frame. And there you go. So now, when you close it, look how gorgeous. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I love it. I'm telling you, there's something about windows and me. I said it in another video. I don't know what I'm trying to see in life, but I'm all about windows. So now I'm going to put glue on the rest of the frame and close to the edge, but not too much, because vellum does not like glue. It will make it ripple. But I'm not too worried about it because I already set the picture in with the double-sided tape. So, of course, I'm way too generous with glue. So I'm going to have it all over my fingers. Bravo. Oh my goodness. Okay, there you go. Now, I could have inked the edge of the frame, but honestly, I don't think it has to be done. Oh, I love it so much. Isn't it pretty? So I'm going to round the corners like so. And I will ink the outer edge of this beauty. It just makes a nicer finish. And if you didn't glue exactly to the hairline like this, you see the tiny bit of white? No more. And that's why it's useful. Okay. Oh, I love it. I'm in love with this little idea. I know it's not much. I didn't reinvent the wheel. I'm aware. But I love it. And see, the paper is different on both sides. Oh, Tim Holtz, thank you for making such beautiful papers. Okay. Now, the next step, it depends if you have, they call the crocodile. I don't have it, but I have this thing, which is a punch for leather, and it has different sizes. And because these are small, I use my tiny eyelets. I have the bigger ones. I have this set, which are the small ones, and I have this bigger set for the bigger ones. And I don't have the crocodile. I just don't have it because I don't have everything, so I'm using this. If you don't have that, nothing is prevent, but you do, well, usually if you have those, technically you have something to make a hole because it comes usually together. So, but you could still go ahead with this. You could use, if you have this ID punch, ID card puncher, I think it's called, you could certainly put a straight one and then put a ribbon. Listen, there are so many possibilities. It really is just up to you. You could also just, let's say, glue a piece. This is not straight, but let's pretend it's a straight piece of ribbon like so. You could glue one here and then glue on the other side, and you got yourself a pull tab, and it's gorgeous. Just really explore. There are so many things you could do. A little piece of cardboard, like the cardstock that came out of the punch also. And if you have a bigger punch, you can also, if it made a big square, you can fold the square, go like this. You got yourself a little pull tab. There are so many ways. I think I've made my point across. Okay, so I will put the hole on this side, like so. There we go. And now I will go put the eyelet, and I'm back, and the eyelet is put. So this one I made a little, I didn't punch it in enough, but that's okay. It happens. I can always do another one or go back and punch it a little strongly, like better, sorry. There's all kinds of possibility with these. And what I meant earlier was you can put many and put a pin, let's say like so. Oops, hold on. There you go. And attach this to a piece of ribbon, which is in a journal or a piece of lace or anywhere it will hold. And then you have these beautiful little cards to move around and look at. You could also tie them together with a ribbon or use them individually. There are so many things and ways that you can use these little beauties. So that was project number 1. Now let's move on to project number 2. This you can do with all kinds of papers. Oh, and before I let you go on project number 1, I mentioned vellum. But listen, you can easily take, let's say, okay, let's pretend this. Let's pretend this is a bird and this is a flower, whatever it is. Or you have 2 separate images. So you have 2 pieces. One is this, the other one is that. Let's say you can make a frame, put the images backing each other, and then slip those into the frame. Therefore, no, they're not translucent, but you do have a double-sided frame with 2 different images. It's the same. It's the same idea. Instead of being translucent, you would have when you would flip it, you would have another image because they're glued back to back and they're on regular paper. So explore, play with what you have. You don't have to have what I have. I'm giving you these ideas so that you can explore and create things of your own and have fun, and just have fun, because listen, these little cuties are bringing me a lot of joy right now. I can't believe how adorable they are. Okay, project number 2. I'm trying to hurry up, so if I seem out of breath, it's because I did promise a short video, and now I'm realizing it's not going to be that short. But hey, you know what? There's 2 ideas in that video, so let's enjoy the moment. So I will show you this. This is and then, oh, sorry, I'm in the close up. So this is an idea I came up with because I made these Christmas tags. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this video. I mean, when I post it, but I mean, maybe in July somebody will stumble upon this video and wonder, why do I have these in? So I was making Christmas tags, and I thought, what if I wanted to sell a few Christmas tags? I don't have any bags, so I created my own. There you go. So here's how I did it. So I have this sandwich wrapping paper or lunch wrapping paper. They're fairly inexpensive if you realize how many sheets are sent. It's a big pack. There's so many usage. I could go on and on about the ideas and how I've used this, but for today I have to stick to those 2 ideas because this quick video is turning out to be a half-hour one. So you can use this, you can use craft paper, you could use mulberry paper if you have it, like such. Really, maybe coffee dyed paper, same thing. Maybe an old book page if you want. It really is up to you, and it's very simple. You just got to think about it. Sometimes we just don't think. We have, like, you know, we're saturated. We can't think anymore. We do so much. You just fold it like so. It's the easiest thing ever. And this will be your front flap, like so. Okay. You can choose to, I didn't do it on the first one, but why not do it on this one? Okay. Hope I get the same angle. I'm just not patient enough to grab the triangle. Good enough. Okay. And then all you need to do is, or with glue or double-sided tape, you glue on the each side here. That's it. And you got yourself a nice little bag, almost. There's all kinds of ways. I'm going to show you what I did. Now, at the dollar store here in Canada, they sell these little circles of, where are they? These little circles of Velcro. And that's what I used here. There's all kinds of ways if you don't have that. And I'll explain in a second. I just want to make sure this is glued. Okay, so now this is glued. So there's many ways. First of all, on my first one, I put 2 little strips of washi tape on each side. I just thought it looked cute. It was just an embellishment. You don't have to do that. Like, I have all kinds of beautiful washi tapes that I could use to glue on each side, like so. I have the letter ones. Like, really, it's really up to you. And what I did is the faux stitching. I really love to do the faux stitching. And the way I usually do it is I also glue some real thread, a tiny bit around, just to enhance the idea of this envelope was stitched. So I will go and fast forward just to do this, and then I'll come back with ideas for closure. Okay, so the stitches are done. So now what I would do, I would get my black thread like so, just for fun, just to make pretend, you know, and not too much. I have a tendency to put a lot. So how about I put a tiny bit here, just all smooshed up. That's right, smooshed up. There you go. Of course, now it's gonna glue to my fingers. Let me grab something to get my finger out. No, it will stay glued on once it is dry. It's just to get your finger out of there, that's a little tricky. Hold on. Okay, there's this way. There's also, I did do the glue stick one. I rather the real glue. I find that once it's dry, it really secures the thread. Now I would put some here probably. Why not? Just different space, right? Just to really make pretend. Why not? Actually, I'm even going to go on the other side, just like so. Now, of course, you have to wait until it dries. Okay, so now that it's dry, as you can see, it really mimics, you know, that this envelope was sewn in the machine because there's some real thread. The illusion is perfect. So I really love it. So what I did in the first one is I just put Velcro, and then I put this little embellishment on top, and there you go, the bag was done. For this one, let's say you don't have the little circles of Velcro, and you're thinking, well, what am I going to do? Well, if you don't mind the person ungluing it once they open it, depending on what it is, because it is just a bag, but maybe they want to keep it. So you could pre-make wax seal and gently glue it, so that when the person does open it, yes, it will open and it will come undone. Or another solution, and actually I'm also going to put some thread to make believe that maybe we sewed that in. And what it is very simple. So I'm going to make sure of where, well, it's pretty much, let me trace a tiny line just so I don't overdo it. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to glue halfway, and I'm going to put the thread underneath and then over. So for now I'm just gonna, oops, make sure that I'm gonna go in close up, sorry about that. So make sure that the half glue you have is on the bottom of the line, and the line is the middle of the circle, if you will. So okay, while this glues on and sticks, I'm going to put some glue here and attach the rest of this thread like so. The tricky part is to get your fingers out of there and leave the thread where you want it until it dries. But if you leave your fingers too long, and then you're trying to, let me see if this would be more successful. It's just really, there you go. I do have a dryer and I use it, so there I go. Okay, so once it's dry, then you have something to put the flap in. Now maybe I glued it too much. I think I put too much glue, but it was supposed to be in the middle, so it's okay. I'm just going to fold this back a tiny bit. There you go. And here you have it. This is perfect. It won't rip the paper because every time you open it, you can just slip it right in and close it again. And there you have it. That's the trick. Those two little things I wanted to show you today. I think they're very simple. Of course, nothing is preventing you from decorating this. especially now that I have these beautiful, beautiful images. Who knows? Maybe I would decorate them. There's so much more you can do. Like I said, I've added on the first one just tiny pieces of washi tape. I don't know, I just thought it'd be nice, and it had gold, and it was Christmassy, and of course this was for Christmas. You could also, I mean, really, you know what you could do. You can do pretty much anything you want, but there you have it. You have a little envelope bag, and of course the size depends just on you. How big do you need it? So if I was to put these in, obviously this is more than enough. And I can make it bigger depending on what is going to be inside. And there you go. You have yourself a little ephemera bag or tag bag. Whatever it is you want to offer, you can now put it in this nice little bag. And this looks more like an envelope for now, but like I said, this looks more like a bag, and I could make it even bigger. So that was the trick of today. If you don't have a little bag, a little anything to put something you want to put in, this could be also a gift card that you put in. Whatever it is, you can reuse this after as an ephemera in a journal. It has so many usage. So I hope you enjoyed this creative short. We are under 30 minutes, so that's not too bad, although my intention was 15, but I talked too much. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please feel free to leave comments, or if you have questions about anything, I will do my very best to answer every single one of you. Don't forget to like and share just to keep my channel alive. YouTube really loves when we like and share and comment. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll say bye. Bye bye.